All right, welcome back. Turn 48 of our Last Lords playthrough. First look, anyways, of this faction. I was digging around a little bit. I think I'm a little curious about this. Specifically, that 4 per turn being listed there. 2 2s. Makes me wonder about that upgrade we took in tier 2. This one. Tier 1? Tier 1 maybe. There. 2 science and nothing on the Lord's one though. It's not that. I was wondering if maybe there's a passive buff we get when we don't eat the population, and if it went down when we did. So this maybe is 2. If it was pop 3, maybe it would be 6. And if it was pop 1, maybe that would be 2. See if we can find any. 0 there. 2 there. It looks like the answer is yes. It's too bad that isn't on the tile. So that makes it very tricky to spot it. But it does look like that's probably the mechanic. So there is a downside to eating the pop. A lot of upsides too, but anyway, good to know. Maybe a different way of looking at it, there's an upside to having population that you haven't consumed. It's just raw gold. All right, so what are we doing? Going to grab the AI, I believe. Okay, finish diplomatic cadre. Foreign volunteers, huh? So we have this for upgrade. This is tier 3 though. So we just finished statecraft. So we can now upgrade our faction units. And we have a couple of locations to attack. I do want to see the later stages of the game, but I don't think there's too much point in bringing this game super late. The AI doesn't seem to be doing a lot. We seem to have gotten a good sense of how this faction works as a whole. Alright, our lord is bemoaning killing people. We can level him up, or we can give him Lone Wolf. We level him up. It's level 8. Tier 2 of Death Blow at 60 base instead of 40 base, and scaling 7 per determination and 5 per might is pretty reasonable. Gain permanent max health. The last time I took one of these, it doesn't actually look very good, but it's retroactive, or it was. So I'm a little bit curious about that. And capture points per turn, very nice. I would like to know that. Let's find out if it's retroactive or not. So if we look at this unit, we are at 215 health before clicking the button. We went to 293. Seems like it was probably retroactive. It's pretty solid. Should definitely say that it's retroactive on there. Also, knowing this is here, even more of an incentive to last hit every single character with this character, every single enemy with this character. Already huge incentives to do it, with essence siphoning and the racial, but even more. All right, unicorn upgrade for 400, quite expensive actually. What does it do? Bunch of health. Anything else? Doesn't actually show there. And tons of units to move. How is our council holding up? Spoils on unit and movement point and vision. Who do we have else available? Got a lot of people now. Best on districts, approval on capital. Resource cost upgrade may be worth it. Maybe. Alright, let's go for the goodie hut. Try to escape with the loot. No clue what we're doing with this scout. Any of these quests relevant to us? Not really. Goodie hut there. Suppose we could come down into the Necro faction. I do have 1 unit there, 4 units there to upgrade. It's almost certainly worth 60 gold. Anything else we can sell? Yeah, I got a fair amount of things. Let's see what else we can sell from the hero equipment pool. That. Mantle of Protection. Just waste. Flash of Dusk is Restore Health. And that one does take your action, even though it says it doesn't. Some more armor here will be good. This is the last guy who needs the upgrade. Still not going to be using this. Scythe is a weapon for these guys, I guess. What does it do? Cruel gives us crit and power slash with 1 might and 46 damage. Cruel's a pretty nice ability. Very good for last hitting things. Although I don't know if it applies to Death Blow. Death Blow may not pay any attention to Cruel. A lot of caster items. But not a lot of casters. A lot of money available here, in other words. Is our summon still better than this? Probably. The bleed is quite good and the summon is excellent. I really don't think I can spend my hero's turn passing every turn by shielding up. So probably yes. I suspect this doesn't work how I want it to work. But maybe it could be better than this unit, this one when we actually get connected. So, alright, that's a big chunk of cash. Might help us with upgrades. It looks like they did run us down. So this unit is just toast. We can't retreat. I guess we weren't in range. Oh, they can follow us across the bridge, apparently. That sucks. Okay. There's no way we can win this, right? 150 health. No shot. All right. Goodie hut there. I wonder if we can grab it with the bird. Guessing that's a yes. All right, let's get that counselor upgrade. Guess we're dropping battle spoils. And upgrade while we're still in our own territory. And close to there as we can get, which is there. Wow, not far at all. The road does not auto-build a bridge and doesn't pass through the non-water route. It's kind of sketch. Suppose we bait with this unit. See if they can get it to attack while we're in range of our hero. Options available here as well. No strategic resource cost. Might not even been worth the gold. I mean, it's cutting this down a big chunk, but we get a lot of gold off gold spoils. Fight spoils, I guess. And what is this? 45% rebellion. Don't really want to rebuild that. What is that? Oh, it's a wonder I haven't seen. Cool. Looks gorgeous. 35%, plus 35 industry on City Hall, 50% gains on battle spoils on Empire. What an amazing wonder. I don't think it's fully out of the water yet, which means I don't think I can actually capture it, but maybe it is. Is it in this territory? It's pretty wild. Could also bribe for units. It'd be nice to have a 10 stack when we go fight the necrophage. I think oaklings or oshlings or whatever they're called are these things, right? These archers. Is there a way to tell? There is when we can take them like this, but I don't know if there's a way to tell without seeing the army running around. Might have been that flyer. I think it was the archer. And what does this do? It has opportunist and steady blow. So if we don't move it, it does more damage, or more crit, I think. More damage if it's attacking isolated units, and more crit if it's not moving. It's just a very squishy archer that doesn't do all that much damage. It's not a very exciting one. I guess we could come in through here. Maybe interact with the Onerai. We won't be able to upgrade it. Really, by a million miles, this unicorn has been the best faction unit we've encountered yet. Or just utility for our fights. Ignore armor is just a pretty powerful ability. Okay, 9 more turns on our Dust Lord. That is an expensive unit. How about the rest of this stuff? We are at Empire approval of 100. We've stopped consuming, I believe. We have no non-lord population in this area, and this one needs to grab those and keep consuming. We'll push this at 97, that's fine. Our scout, I guess it could be part of the fight. You only have tier 1 promotion still, right? We're teching for that over this. I don't think we have the tech to get these, like the actual resource tech, right? So if we look at each of our units, that unit is full specialized. Full specialization is 1 hit, instantly dies, nice. But what's our lord, this one? Yeah, it takes a resource we don't have. How about this thing here? That we actually could get just with the tech, although the other tier we can't. What does this one do? Crit chance if we don't move. Yeah, not that exciting. Ton of influence right now. That suggests we should probably take one of these. We can get raw damage at 2. So I think this is 5 damage total on each unit. Can get 10%, 5% industry, so 9% industry on all of our cities, and 2 pop right now. 10% experience gain on heroes. I want to know if this applies to everything or if it has to be to those cities. And health regen. Let's try that. So if we go ahead and hit save and try this. Now let's just say I wanted this. Can we spot this? So let's pick one that we know is not at full, which is the one we just turned on for sacking units or whatever. This is at 92. And if we integrate these guys, assimilate them even, what happens? It is global. Which is pretty nice. Although weirdly I don't see it here. Let's add to the base district. 30. And if we look at that, base district over here is 30. What? Actually, no idea what the hell just happened. Alright, not too worried about it at this exact moment. Alright. Go get Goody Hut. Bring our unit down. I could drop and expand in here. Just for battle. Spoil yield on Empire. The whole city there, just like a zero production city right next to it. Sure, it's not worth it, but it's very tempting. And the city itself would have plus 35 industry. I mean, it's very tempting. But I suppose no. So as we keep these in this territory together. 3 up, I guess that's okay as well. See what's going on over there. Suppose we could also do a couple things here. One, we could make this guy friends with that guy for the damage boost, 20%, not bad. And then we could put on, oh, we do have fully aware on this guy, that's why he has so much sight. All right, what are we building? Lab. We are consuming, right? Yeah, although not in here. 20% rebellion chance if we even click those. Don't really want that. Oh, and we're going to actually take up. We're actually going to take one of these. What should we take? So the happiness did seem to change, but I didn't find where. HP regen obviously useless. Experience probably doesn't matter at this stage. It's probably just raw damage. Doesn't really seem like a lot, 5, but we will take it. Okay. All right, sacrificing stops. Not okay. Scout, doing your thing. All right, this did attack us, so we should be able to pull in this fight. By instant resolve, do we lose anything? No. Good. Okay. That was a fight for somebody. Probably a faction that I'd rather have integrated. Was it one we already had? I'm not sure which one it was. It was a quest for somebody. I'm kind of curious enough that I'll look. It was a pacification quest that we've just finished. Is this the first one? No. I figured these would be chronological. No clue. Maybe it hasn't considered a popped up yet. thought it was one of these. It probably is one of those, but I don't know which one. I don't remember which one. All right. And we are headed up to this capital to burn it. Seems good. Its army needs to be a little stronger, but it isn't, so. Five there. City there. They probably have a full 10 stack here, really. I don't trust these units. They don't seem super strong to me. I don't have a million of them either. I wonder if I could rush something from here to join that. Is that raw combat strength too? 8 damage on non-hero. Throw that in the queue. What are we teching right now? It's actually more useful than another city tile. Not the damage one, the the damage one. Okay. What could we grab here? What's the cost on rushing this? 1,800. Bit too much. Not a lot too much, but a bit too much. We could rush the this thing and upgrade it. Could pick up another range unit. Could pick up another defender. This was decent. Fairly tanky. Fighting swarms. Something had a bonus versus swarms. I don't remember what though. Mages, I think. Maybe take the fight anyways without it. And those units aren't scary, but the hero is. We have some squishy ass melee that doesn't do shit. Alright, let's rush another unicorn. They're fairly fast. They've been a really good unit. 1,200 is quite pricey. Is this the upgraded version? Sure isn't. And we probably have to go to war with them, right?
You're all bones.
Unjustified war. How do I get a justified war with them? To basically gank them out of their territory or piss them off in some other way. They're settling right next to them would piss them off. Combine these units. Where can this go to? Where's the actual unit? There. Get to there. Don't know if that will get a response, but hopefully. All right, anything else to do? Units coming out, building tons of things. Moving towards their cap. I think that looks good. We're eating population again. Yes. Okay. They did leave their territory, so we can attack them now. And we have an event. which is gain 20 titanium or gain 800 gold. I'll take 800 gold. Alright, one more turn for that. Don't have 120 science, apparently. No, I thought we did. It's on a single city, maybe. It's the problem. Ours is a bit more spread out. Alright, scout back. Let's try this fight here. I wonder if I physically block his retreat, if it matters. Well, he just walked through his borders. He doesn't have closed borders. So he runs. Did kind of block his retreat, maybe. So we maybe can catch him out next turn. Science and an event. 400 science or... What is this? 1 determination. Oh, we take the 400 science. All right, 1 turn off, 8 damage on non-heroes. I guess I shouldn't have accepted peace from them, because I don't know if I can ward them, right? I guess I can unjustified war and see what the penalties are.
Please, we should find accommodations.
Wish it told me. Is it a different, just upfront cost? Or is it a different, like, long-term penalty? Substantial negative impact on all public opinion. Can I get a number? Well, let's find out. The number says...
Like this, then.
I mean, Empire approval is 100. It could have been too substantial. Perhaps it ramps up over time. Okay. All right, let's go sieging. I think this may take a few minutes to siege down. Can't attack from inside of it. Need to get out before attacking or declaring war. Didn't I just declare war? Oh, I see. There's a thing there. Alright, I really would like a little bit more army, but eh. Fight's done. Fight's done. Building stuff. Goodies. 2 turns. 7 turns. Could rush this. The thing I want to build next is not teched yet, right? So probably not a good idea. Any rebellion stuff we can do? 50%? Really no. No. Suppose I could rush some things in here. Is it worth it though? Probably not. Right. Okay, picked up them as a friendly, I guess. The Goody Hut. 2 new factions up there. Okay, where did that hero go? There. So we'll be able to run again, I believe. It's annoying that they can run and then they get a move, but if I run, I don't get a move, right? Like, the run is my move. Oh, they want to fight this one. Cool. Not really sure how I want to set up for this, but okay. Insert resolve, we lose 1. Ah, let's make this. See what their damage is like. See how spooky they are. Kind of want to full surround the archer. I have a feeling they're going to do some teleporting. Let's leave a little bait for them. And what's the spells in this guy, if any? Basically none. Okay. Can you just run over to here and teleport over there? Sure. Okay. When eliminating a unit, apply terrorized. I'd like to do that from like there though. So there's no way that's possible. Okay, where's my terrorize debuff that I'm supposed to be applying? Eliminating a unit, apply terrorize to adjacent enemy units. Oh, it terrorizes myself. Awkward. That's very unfortunate. Oh no. Alright. At least it doesn't apply to my whole team. It's just the one unit, I guess. That's actually really funny. Alright, swarms are super hard to control. But AoE healing is pretty solid. But at least it only applies terrorize for the turn we do it. So it doesn't actually impact us after that. Alright, leveled up here on 5. We still don't really do anything, do we? Had 4 damage to non-hero minor faction units, which we have quite a few. Anything that lets us siege better? No. Okay, take damage on our non-faction units, I guess. I wonder if that's enough to get a justified war. Probably.
You're all bones.
Nope. Why do I not have enough? Public state very low. What are we in? Public opinion low. Not very low though. Can I taunt them? Probably not. Let's fight. Where is it? Killing our scout. We flee. And I need to have more things queued up because I'm pretty sure overflow does not. Pretty sure there's no production overflow. So what do we want to build? That would be a good one. 5 turns there. 3 turns there. All right. Let's end the turn and cut the part here as well. All right. See you guys the next one.